This is Franny, 15-year-old Franny with her horse, 4-year-old Gus. He's an off-the-track thoroughbred that she did the thoroughbred makeover with last year, and he just laid down for the first time. And we get asked all the time, how do we get a horse to lay down? And the easiest way to do that is if your horse is looking like they're going to lay down, allow them to lay down and then give them a cookie and reward them. And then once they get to a point where they can put their head down willingly and that they can lay down in your presence, then you can kind of pick a time and go ahead and ask your horse to lay down and basically sort of wait for them to figure out the answer. And Franny, how did we sort of do that with him tonight?
Well, we started with asking him just to lower his nose to the ground, and he would say a cue word, like my cue word is yes, so he knows he's getting it. And then we would get him to maybe kick the dirt or nuzzle the dirt with his nose. So it was already stuff that he does in the field when I've seen him lie down before. He'll nuzzle the dirt, he'll spin around a little, and then he'll usually lie down. So we were just trying to mimic that, but in here.
Yeah, and so we basically just stuck with him until he eventually figured it out. And when he went down on 2 knees, we gave him some cookies and then kept giving him lots of positive reinforcement. And as soon as he laid down all together, he got the full bucket of cookies. And then, Franny, what's your relationship like with Gus? What are some of the things that you can do with him, just in general?
Well, I'll often ride him bareback and bridleless, like with nothing, not even a neck rope or anything. And I'll just kind of play around with him. And he loves liberty. He'll always come over to me in the field. If I call his name, he'll perk up and he'll trot over. So I'll often do lots of liberty and, like, you could say maybe more advanced stuff with him. Like, it's not like I just met him a week ago and now I'm trying to ask him to lie down. Like, we've already had a really good relationship with all the groundwork and riding with them.
Yeah, and you can do, so some of the things that I've seen Franny do is she can do liberty, walk, trot, canter with him on the ground, and she rides him bareback and bridleless. So this horse is already extremely calm in Franny's presence. And when we were asking him to lay down, we were just simply picking up his foot, pressing on his withers, asking him to put his head down, a combination of those things to get him to lay down. And he stayed pretty relaxed throughout the whole process, but if he started to get a little worried looking, then we just backed off a little bit and started to do some deep breathing, because keeping that calmness, that calm connection between horse and human, that's the most important thing, because we want him to be really relaxed. So now what we're going to do is, looks like he's done his cookie bucket, so we're going to get up and we're going to take him out. And then that will be the last thing he does today. And then the next time that we want to take him out and practice working on the lay down, we'll do the same thing where we've got lots of positive reinforcement ready, the cookie bucket ready, and it will be the last thing he does of the day, because we want him thinking that laying down is a really good deal, because right now it's a really hard thing for him to do. So we want him to think that it's a pretty sweet thing and there's lots of rewards in it for him. And then that way he's going to be more likely to do it. And when he gets quicker at learning to lay down, then that would be the time that we could start to ask for it and then maybe continue doing some work afterwards. But, you know, really great progress, and you can see how calm and relaxed Gus is afterwards. He's not, you know, scared, he's not sweating or anything. And that's really the most important thing, is that we just stay super, super patient with them until they solve that puzzle. All right, good job, Franny.